Hello again, ENC 90 students. This is your professor, Michael Bloomberg, and the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the coursework for week number 2. This will be a big change from week 1 because this week we are going to be in both of our books. The Right Stuff is an ebook, and Wes Moore's The Work, which you should have secured a copy of by now. So, as you can see, I'm on our Blackboard page. And one of the things I'm going to do to start is I am going to go to weekly assignments. So I'll click on that. And I'm going to go to the week 2 folder. Okay. In the week 2 folder, I'll just move the camera over just a little bit. What I'm going to do to start with, and the way you should always start, is by looking at your listing of assignments. So those are posted both as a Word document and as a PDF file. They are the exact same listing of assignments. I just put them in both formats in case you have trouble with opening one, you have the other for you. Just for the sake of time, I'll open it as a PDF file. And again, I'll readjust the camera and move it over some. So this is what you will be expected to do in week 2. You have readings from both the Right Stuff ebook and Wes Moore's The Work. So let's look at those. In the ebook, you are to read Critical Thinking in Reading and Writing. That's pages 3 through 10. And I've recommended that you see this very video that we're shooting here to see how to use the ebook. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a few moments. The second thing that you need to read is the introduction work to do, and I've put the page numbers. It's all the Roman numeral numbers, along with starting chapter 1, the lesson of the student, pages 3 through 6. This is in Wes Moore's The Work, so please note that. And please also note that these are reading assignments only. Only listed submitted assignments below must be completed in the exercises, and these readings should be the first tasks you finish as you start week 2 work. Okay? So, let's look at the actual submitted assignment here from the Right Stuff ebook. What you are required to do is activity 1.3, which is critical thinking, review, and practice. It is in the ebook, as I indicated. You need to type the questions along with your answers. Please note that carefully. You must also use complete sentences. Also note that in the ebook, this activity, it begins on page 17 and extends to page 18, so please note that. This exercise, along with all other assignments for this week, will be due at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, August 30th. So please note the deadline on that. You also have a discussion board assignment this week. You only have one this week. The discussion board assignment pertains to Wes Moore's The Work. Note your criteria for that all postings must be at least 100 words. Remember, too, that you're required to have at least 100 words in reply to a classmate or classmates. I do log on and read all the postings, and as you may have noticed, I do reply to quite a few of them as I find it necessary, or if something catches my eye, I'll send a reply. So you may reply to me as well if you choose. So it can be a classmate, it can be the instructor. And note again, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, August 30th for the deadline for that. We'll pull up the discussion board in a moment and take a look at your question there, okay? We'll also pull up my writing lab in just a moment. I scrolled too far there. You started basic grammar last week. Of course, you had time to register your My Labs and start working. You have 11 topics in that module, but all 11 topics in Module 1, Basic Grammar, is due at 11:59 Eastern Time, Sunday, August 30th. So please note what you need to do in the My Writing Lab. New this week, but something we'll do throughout the semester, is a Blackboard discussion board class thread. So what this means is that each week I'll create a discussion board thread where students may check in with questions or comments related to any of this week's assignments. I'll check the discussion thread frequently and post as appropriate. I do want to stress to you that you are welcome to give feedback to your classmates. You can offer advice, anything that's appropriate there. I would just caution that if you're not completely certain, you might want to wait until I post, because you don't want to give a classmate bad info. But if you feel pretty confident you know what's happening and you can address their question, I encourage you to chime in on that, because we are our own community. We want to help each other out as much as possible. Just note that this discussion board assignment is not required. It's only a help resource, so the postings are not graded in that particular thread. And as always, you can email me if you have questions. So very briefly, I'm going to shoot back up here. I'm going to go back to week 2. I'll readjust the camera as I do so. And so that now that we know what you need to do, the first thing I want to do is show you the ebook very quickly and just kind of show you how it works. It's pretty easy. I have established a link, a direct link in the week 2 folder that'll take you right to the ebook. So let's click on it. When I do, I'm going to have to adjust the camera a little bit, so bear with me as this is loading. I will adjust the camera, just a little adjustment coming here. Okay. And I'm going to pan out. We're getting kind of an up-close view, but that's okay, because what I really want to point out to you is just how easy this ebook is to use. First of all, you may be saying to yourself, why do we have an ebook instead of an actual textbook? The answer to that question is we moved to the ebook because it would save you money. You had to buy Wes Moore's The Work, you had to buy the code for My Writing Lab. I didn't think it would be appropriate to make you buy the actual textbook when we can use the e-text. So it saved you, I don't know, anywhere from $40 to $60 to do that. So I know it's a little different to read online, but I encourage you to use this ebook and make sure you complete your assignments as needed. Up here in the search box, it's pretty easy, because here you can just type in the page you want to go to. So up in the top right here where it says page, we'll start with page 3, so just type that in, and voila, it takes you to the critical thinking reading. It's a very big thing. Maybe I can lower this a bit so you can get a better view of it. Right there is your reading. So you're reading 3 to 10, and then of course you're completing your activity as well. So the ebook's really easy. The direct link is there. You can also access it through My Writing Lab, but I just like to make it easy and set up a direct link. So there you go. I'll click off of that and I'll go back. Here is where you submit your activity 1-3. You want to type it and save it, preferably to your flash drive. And I've posted instructions that you'll be able to see as you get ready to do that. So let me go ahead and pull that up. And there you go. You can see your instructions are posted. The due date's posted, the points possible, 10. Please note that once you type and save it and you're done with the assignment and you're ready to attach it to send to me, click on the link I just clicked, and under Attach File, click Browse My Computer. Once you click it, you'll just go into your flash drive or where you have it saved and go ahead and attach that. And there is a comments box, and that's just where you add comments related to the assignment. It is not a copy-paste for the assignment, so please note that. You need to attach it. Do not copy-paste your work into the comments box. And then down below, if I can get this in the screen, right down there at the very bottom is where you can click Submit to submit your assignment. Okay? So, and that's how you do that. So I'm going to go back now. We've looked at how to submit. We'll look at the discussion board very, very briefly. Okay, first of all, you'll see Wes Moore's The Work, and what I'm asking you to do there is, in the introduction, what is Moore talking about when he states that, quote, when you find yourself clutching onto your life like it's the only thing that matters, because you suddenly realize it is, you start to ask other questions too. For instance, why does my life matter, unquote. That's on page 15 of the introduction. Why did Moore ask this in the introduction? and why does your life matter? Please answer the introduction and question as well as Moore's question, why does your life matter? And your life does matter, so find your reasons. And you know the criteria there, and you know the due date is 11:59 p.m. Sunday, August 30th. Also, you can see the camera jumpy a little bit there, but the week 2 comments and questions thread. This is if you want to communicate with me and others in the class about anything concerning this week's assignments. Do that, I'll check in. We can all check in together and help each other as appropriate. So with that in mind, I'm going to go back. Last but certainly not least, if I can readjust the camera, at the very bottom of each weekly assignments folder is going to be the direct link to the Pearson My Writing Lab. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you can click on it too. And it's just an easy way to go into the labs and straight to the modules, as you can see. I just clicked it, and it brought right up the modules. So again, this week we're working on the first module. You should have started working on it last week. It is basic grammar, so I'll click on it. As you can see again, there are 11 pencil topics. You need to work on all 11 of those and have them ready and complete it by August 30th. Now remember, the only way you can turn your pencils into stars is to look closely at your overview and animation, and you must work a recall and apply before you do a post test. Please note that. If you have questions about that, refer back to the week 1 folder in the My Labs video. Remember too that 80% is what you need. So in the post test there are 10 questions. You must answer 8 of them correctly to turn this entire pencil over in the topics right here, to turn that pencil into a star. Okay? Sorry, I hit the camera there. So you start with parts of speech and you go all the way down to prepositions. Hopefully you were able to get a healthy start on that last week. If not, you really need to turn it into overtime this week and get this module finished. If you don't turn your pencil into a star, it's okay. It just means you had some struggle on that topic. The My Writing Lab does keep a tally of your scores, and so everything is just factored into your grade. Certainly you want to, as much as possible, turn those pencils into stars, but it's not going to be possible to do that for every single one, so don't stress out too much if you don't. Guys, I think that's it. I think you now understand what is waiting for you in week 2. If you have any questions, check in on the discussion board forum, post there, and as always, you can email me. More videos to come in the future, but for now, I'm going to wish you good luck with week 2, and until the next video, take care and bye-bye.